So I have with me here in the studio Wesley Meyer. He is the marketing director with Priority National Title. And we all hate insurance. I mean, let's face it. It's a necessary evil. You've got to have it for your car, your home, your life, your health. And people don't realize that there is a couple of insurances tied directly to purchasing a home. Mm-hmm. And one that I highly, highly, highly recommend is owner's title insurance. Mm-hmm. It's not understood. It's not explained properly or thoroughly, but you have a good way of explaining it. Why don't you explain it to us?
Sure, yeah. Owner's title insurance, it's optional. It is something that you can purchase optional and have up to 30 days after closing to purchase. So if it's a decision that you don't want to make right away when purchasing a house, you still have 30 days after closing if this is something you still decide you would like to purchase. But what it is to ensure prior to you owning a property, it's insurance to ensure that when the title is conveyed to you and your title is put into your name, there's a process with removing the title from the previous owner, and we have to make sure it's free of any liens and encumbrances. Like when buying a car, if there's a loan involved with the bank, we got to make sure the bank is paid, the lien is released, and transferred, because you definitely don't want that in your name, right? You don't want to be liable for that loan,
right?
So when we transfer the title to you as the new owner and have it recorded at the county, purchasing title insurance would ensure any defect prior to you owning the property, because any lien that's attached to real estate would come back to affect the current owner. So even if the lien was not in your name, if it's attached to your real estate and you're the owner currently, you are liable for those liens. So title insurance will protect you from any fear of that happening from the past, that any title company, when the property's exchanged hands, each time this process, there could have been a spouse that didn't sign off on their dower rights, and that if they never did, they still technically have the legal right to the property, that they can come back and try and fight for it and say, hey, I never signed off on this property. The title insurance would help protect you as to fight that case and settle it and get it, make her happy and clean up the title defect. So title insurance is one of the occurrences that it can help you in that sense. There's also title insurance that you can purchase. There's an owner's policy and there's a home owner's policy. It's very confusing, the wording, but you can actually pay for an additional riders on your policy to protect you in the future. So the owner's policy protects you of any past title defects prior to your ownership.
Okay. And
you can purchase a homeowner's policy. It's an additional rider that'll protect you of any future defects.
Did not know that.
Yeah, that's something that's really cool that I'm trying to push and educate clients on and people, that you could purchase this policy and the price difference is very negligible. If I show you the benefits of the two. And it also, for instance, this actually happened in my neighborhood. Neighbor building a fence on your property and property line encroachment. You can use this policy to pursue action to try and fix and resolve issues like that. So Pretty cool. So yeah, title insurance is all kinds of ins and outs. I hope that was a good, elevator pitch on title insurance. I can talk all day about it.
That is. So you got like a part one, which would be the lender's policy.
Yes.
Lenders require
which is
that.
required. Yes. Yeah. So if you're purchasing a home with a loan, you have to pay for the lender's policy regardless. Yeah. So you're paying for the lender's protection, but the owner's policy is optional. And so if you wanted to have the same protection for yourself, you purchase an owner's policy.
And the best time to do that is within 30 days of the closing.
Yep.
Because you're going to just pay the difference between an owner's policy and the lender's
policy. Yes. And how it's disclosed.
Wait a couple of months and you're going to pay for the whole shebang.
Yep. And it continues to get, like any insurance, it continues to get more expensive as time goes on, right? So,
yeah, a common problem with title that I've been involved in a couple of times is where the new owner tries to refinance a year or two later and come to find out that the original mortgage from the buyer they purchased it from is still a lien on the property.
Oh, wow.
And this one situation, it's pretty simple if it's a local bank and a local title company, and just get it taken care of. But this one was a small savings loan in New York City that went out of business.
Oh, no.
So they spent buco bucks, legal fees, to get that removed.
Yeah, I bet they wish they had title insurance.
Well, yeah, and they said, you mean if I would have got that title insurance you tried to get us to buy? I said, that would have taken
that $200?
Yeah, right.
Back in 2008, it was probably, $50. Who knows? It's gone up. The prices have gone up.
It's crazy.